Kirti Chandana, Surya, Pathfinder, Legend, Kulandi Mari, Satya, Vinod, Pinky, Reshma, Jagan, Sanatoi, Vijayalakshmi. A very good morning for all of you. So shall we start the today's session? Are you ready to give answers? Yes, right? So today in this session we are going to see current affairs of 13th September 2023. Yes, good morning Hena and good morning Vinay. Good morning Hari. So the first topic it is about Nipah breaks out again in Kerala, claims 2 lives. So what is the keyword that you have to focus here? You have to focus on word Nipah. Whenever you're talking about or whenever you're reading about any disease, you have to see the first thing is whether it is communicable or non-communicable. So first one you have to see is whether it is communicable or non-communicable. And second important point is causative organism. That means whether bacteria or virus or any parasite which causes this Nipah virus disease. And you have to see even signs and symptoms. Sometimes question can be asked here also. And you have to see how the mode of transmission is happening. And nowadays you have to see type of this disease, like whether it is zoonotic disease or not. And you have to see whether vaccine is available or not because of increasing of vaccine development in our country. So these all the dimensions that you have to remember regarding this topic. So first tell me, this Nipah virus, it is a communicable disease or non-communicable disease? Yes, very good Sandeep. Nipah can be transmitted from animals to humans, that is called as zoonotic disease, and even after entering into humans, so from human to human transmission is also possible. Yes, good Aditya and Henna. So this is a communicable disease. So communicable means nothing but whenever one person who had this disease, whenever he is communicating with others, like talking, shaking hands or having a hug like that, so in that time what happened, this transmission of that disease causing organism from patient to the other person. So this is called as communicable. Yes, good morning Gibson and also Vijay. Yeah, next one here is you have to see which is a causative organism, which is caused by bacteria or virus. Yes, tell me, it is caused by bacteria or virus. Yes, very good Aditya and Sandeep. Yes, Rajesh, Mani and Srinivasan, Sajna, Kavi, Rudagi, Dora, Shiva. Yes, very good. So here this is caused by virus. And you have to say signs and symptoms and as well as type. Type means it comes under zoonotic disease because first this virus, it is transmitted from animal to humans and now from human to human transmission is happening. Okay. So please let me know which is the host of this Nipah virus. Host. Host. Yes, that is fruit bats. And one more question arises here is, so why humans, they are coming in contact with bats? What might be the reason? Yes, very good. Surya, Sajna, Reshma. Yes, eating bats. Yes, eating bats and even fruits, they are consumed by this bats is also taken by humans. So because of these two reasons, here this virus is coming into the humans, and later on human to human transmission is happening. And one more thing here is why there is death. So if you are thinking about death, you have to see treatment. There is no proper treatment for this Nipah virus, and even there is no vaccine for this Nipah virus. Is it clear so far? So these are some things that you have to remember. Yes, now let us see this topic, and if you want to get this PDF of notes, join the Telegram channel, link is given in description box, so that you can download this notes and you can make notes later. Okay, if you can't make notes while listening to the class, so you can make notes after once class is done, so you can get this PDF in Telegram channel. So here you have to focus on facts only. It is a zoonotic disease. That means it is transmitted from animals to humans, and after once human infected with this disease, so there is chance of transmitting of this disease from humans to other humans. And next one here is, so this Nipah virus, which is belonging to RNA virus, that is ribonucleic acid virus. So in our body, if you're talking about genetic material, we will be having DNA and RNA, and this virus, it is RNA based virus. And it belongs to Paramyxoviridae family. Sometimes you can get question regarding this family of this virus also. And next one here is, so the first outbreak of this Nipah virus seen in Malaysia and Singapore, that too in 1998 and 1999. And it was also found in domestic animals like pigs, dogs, cats, goats, horses and sheep. And transmission is seen from flying foxes or fruit bats to humans, and these flying foxes or fruit bats, they will be act as host for this virus. And this virus is normally present in bat urine, bat feces, saliva and birthing fluids. So whenever humans are coming in contact with this body fluids of bats, there is a chance of transmission of this virus. And signs and symptoms are like encephalitic syndrome. So in this encephalitis, you can see disorientation. That means you will be feeling giddiness, and while you are walking, you will be not walking in a steady way. And you can see fever, headache, drowsiness, mental confusion, coma, and automatically sometimes if there is a severe infection, means that will also leads to death. And I want to give you one prelims question. So try to answer this question. Question here is, consider the following statements. First statement is, in tropical region, Zika virus disease is transmitted by the same mosquito that transmit dengue. And next one is, sexual transmission of Zika virus disease is possible. And which of the following statements is or above or correct? So why I took this question? Because to make you understand how question will be asked in UPSC regarding these diseases. So here, this is about Zika virus. So please let me know what is the answer, at least some guess. So you have to know which mosquito is transmitting dengue, first of all. So which is that name of mosquito? Yes, Vinod Kumar B, Srinivas neither, Sukanya B, and Aditya 2 only, Sunny 2 only, Satya D, Happy B, Reshma B, Gibson B, Vanitak C, Tapan A, Kavya B, Hena A, Sanatoy D, Tapan A, Pinky B, Vinay A, okay, Sunny C, Darkman B, Suhail A, Prasad D, Nagmani A, Sanidhya C, Maithili B, okay. So answer here is C, both 1 and 2, and first correct answer is given by Mani Talks. Congratulations. So here in tropical regions, Zika virus is transmitted by the same mosquito, that is Aedes aegypti mosquito. and the sexual transmission of this Zika virus disease is also possible here. Okay, so in this way you can get questions in your examination, so you have to be very much careful whenever you are answering that type of questions. Is it clear? Shall we move on? Because lot of the things that we have to do in this today's lecture. So the second important article here is retail inflation is as food prices still bite. So what is the key word that you have to focus here? Yes, tell me about the keyword that we have to focus in this second article. Yes, that is about inflation. So in this inflation also, we have two types of inflation, like retail inflation and wholesale inflation. So retail, what is the difference between retailer and wholesaler? Yes, increase in retail cost of goods and services, that is for domestic consumption, yes. So here to understand this, for example, we have a manufacturing unit. So in this manufacturing unit, so that company will be producing goods in bulk. So this wholesaler person, he will be going into this manufacturer, and he will be getting goods in bulk amounts. And this wholesaler will be selling these goods to retailers. Okay, some goods to retailers. And consumers like you and me will be going to the nearby shops and we will be getting the single good. Right? So for example, let us take this company is producing some toothpaste. It is producing like 10,000 units of toothpaste. And this wholesaler, he will be getting like 1,000 units. And he will be selling like 100 units to retailers. And as consumers, so we are going to nearby shop and we are getting 1 unit or 2 units of this toothpaste. Right? So here wholesaler means he is getting goods directly from this manufacturer. So retailer will be getting goods from wholesaler, and consumer, you and me, you will be going to this nearby retail shop and we will be getting the goods. So whenever there is increasing of price for goods and services at this retailer level or at this consumer level, then we can say that is retail inflation. Is it clear? Okay, wholesale price index or wholesale inflation is nothing but at this wholesaler, whenever there is increased price of goods and services, so that is called as wholesale price inflation or wholesale inflation. Okay, is it clear? And what are the things that you have to focus? Here you have to focus is about what is retail inflation, and even you have to see different types of inflation here, and what are the causes of inflation, and you have to see what is this retail price index also. So these are the some things that you have to focus. Is it clear? So your homework is, please let me know what are the important causes of inflation, and you have to let me know how many types of inflation are there. Demand pull, cost push, and next one, Sajna. And this topic is important from your GS paper 3 under economy point of view, and there is no need of remembering this data because every month we will be getting data and it will be very difficult to remember the data. So at last, before your examination, especially before your prelims and mains, you can go to this economic survey where you can get detailed data. Welcome, Mr. Black. Yes, if you see here, this article says India's retail inflation eased slightly to 6.83% in month of August. So earlier it was like in month of July 7.44, and now in the month of August it eased to 6.83%. So what is the normal limits that we need to maintain this inflation? Anyone? Limits we have to maintain. So what are the limits, minimum and maximum limits? Yes, tell me, Aditya. I want exact thing. Yes, very good, Shakti. That is 4 plus or minus 2 percentage. That is 2 to 6 percentage we have to maintain. But what happened since entry of COVID-19 into our lives onwards? Yes, there is increasing of inflation which is not at all seen in our normal limits. It is always beyond the 6. So it is one problem that is mainly faced by government and as well as RBI. Because both government and RBI has an important role to maintain inflation in our country. Is it clear? Already we discussed about that topic number of times also. So now let us move on to the details. So why there is decreased of inflation somewhat? Because of decreased price of tomato, and even oil price also had been decreased now, and as well as vegetable prices are also somewhat decreased when you are compared with the month of July. So because of this, yes, there is a very slight decrease in the inflation. No, as of now inflation does not reach below 2%, Srinivasan. And if you see in Sri Lanka and Pakistan, it had been increased to 180 times also. There are many instances in other countries, not in India. Okay, is it clear? And next you have to see some facts regarding this retail inflation. So this retail inflation is also called as consumer price index, that is CPI. Okay, and whenever consumers, you are buying the goods and services in the market, so whenever there is increasing of price, that is called as increasing of retail price, that is called as retail price inflation. Yes, thank you so much, Ranjit. And one thing here is this CPI, that is consumer price index, which measures the change in the cost of basket of goods and services that are typically purchased by households, including food, clothing, housing, transportation and medical care. So this point is at most important. So what will be accounted in the CPI? That is food, clothing, housing, transportation and medical care. So all these will be included under this CPI. Is it clear? And if you see the 4 types of CPI, first one is CPI for industrial workers, next one is CPI for agricultural laborers, CPI for rural laborers, CPI for urban non-manual employees. So out of these 4 things, so first 3 will be compiled by Labor Bureau, and last one is compiled by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. So this will be also a very important prelims fact. Is it clear? Any doubts? Yes, tell me, is it clear? Any doubts? No, right? Always you can get a prelims based question in this topic of inflation. So you have to be very much clear regarding the basic facts. And even in scholarship exam of Tamil Nadu also, you got a question regarding this, that is causes of inflation directly. And I saw the paper was very easy, and most of the things they covered from our current affairs itself that are dealt in our current affairs classes. I hope the students who watched this analysis daily, they might got good idea regarding the questions. Yes, next one is I want to give you one prelims question, that is with reference to Indian economy, demand pull inflation can be caused or increased by which of the following? So first one here is expansionary policies, second one is fiscal stimulus, third one is inflation indexing of wages, fourth one is higher purchasing power, fifth one is rising interest rates. So select the correct answer using the code given below, and here you have to remember it is talking about demand pull. That means how can we increase demand in the market? So because of increase in the demand, how it is causing inflation. So here you have to see causes for increasing of demand. So see the options once and let me know the answer fast. Sandeep A, Srinivasan D, Vinod C, Sukanya A, Tapan C, Gibson A, Kirti Chandana A, Legend A, Sajna A, Vonitox D. D is not visible. Yeah, 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 all. Yes, I hope you can see now. Reshma C, Surya B, Vinay, side please. Okay. Srinivasan 1 to 4. Okay, shall I reveal the answer? Shakti C, okay. So here you have to focus on demand pull inflation. Keep in your mind how we can increase demand. If you see this fifth option, it is talking about increasing of interest rate. So whenever increasing of interest rate, what happen? So banks will be having less money to provide lending. So what happen? That will decrease money supply in the market. So whenever there is decreased money supply in the market, that will lead to decreasing of demand. If you eliminate this fifth statement, then the correct answer will be A, 1, 2 and 4 only. Is it clear? Are you getting the point here? So correct answer is given by Srinivasan. This is the first correct answer. Congratulations. So correct answer here is 1, 2 and 4. Is it clear? So even in this course also you have to do analysis. So when you can do analysis, so if you know the concept well, then only you can make analysis. So nowadays is analysis based questions they are giving in UPSC. So try to think. So you should not give answer blindly. And especially my students, they should have able to think. I am creating this perspective in you, right? So try to think why this option is correct and why this option is incorrect. Then only go to the correct answer. Okay, shall we move on? And next topic is 2,300 dead, many missing in flash floods hit Libya city. Anyone watched yesterday news in any news channel? Correct option is A, Charan. Yes, have you watched yesterday's any news channel? Have you saw the video of floods in Libya? It was like a very devastating floods that I ever watched. Yes, no? So one suggestion from my side here is, so before going to bed, at least see the headlines, what happened on that day, because that headlines will be appearing in the next day morning newspaper. then your understanding will become very much great. Okay. So here this article is talking about floods in Libya. So where is this Libya located? In which continent? Anyone? In which continent? Yes, Africa. Whether it is a landlocked country or which is having any sea border. Yes, it is in Africa. No doubt, Sunny. It is in Africa. Yes, tell me whether it is a landlocked country or not. Yes, it is not a landlocked. It is having a boundary with Mediterranean Sea. Very good. So here we are going to focus on this Libya, where it is located, and you can get a question like recently Libya is in news. Why? Because of flash floods. And actually why this article will be important, because so recently African Union which has got this membership in G20. So why India pushed here is because of India's interest, and there we discussed about what are the challenges facing by Africa. Whole Africa, what are the challenges? For example, we saw increasing of desert, Sahara desert, the expansion of desert, and some areas they were facing famines, and some areas like Horn of Africa they were facing issues, and there is increasing of cattle death, and they're facing like underdevelopment, poverty, hunger, etc. everything. And even 2023 claims also there was question regarding Somalia. And now we can see there are different terrorist organizations they are working from Africa, so it is also one issue. And in many countries of Africa we can see there is military coup, right? Recent Niger, Mali, etc. And next one here is now again in Libya, so there is flash floods. Okay, so because of this article will going to be very important. Flash floods or sudden and floods that occurs within a short period of time. Yes, Sandeep. So now let us see that topic, and let us try to see map of this Libya, because map is also very important. You can get map based questions. And this topic is important from geography and even from your environment and ecology. So please let me know what are the causes for flash floods. Yes, what are the reasons for the flash floods? Heavy rainfall, very good. Global warming and climate change also one important reason. Cloudburst, climate change, actually this event in Libya which is related to event dam. Yes, very good, Nandini Mohan, that is sudden breakage of dam. Oceanic path change and the diversion of rivers path. Tropical storms. Yes, poor infrastructure. So these are some important reasons for this flash floods. So here context says that at least 2,300 people they were killed and thousands were reported missing in Libya after catastrophic flash floods broke river dams and tore through an eastern coastal city. So because of breaking of river dam that led to this incident or disaster. So on which river? Let me know please. On which river this dam was present? So this is your homework. You have to do research and tell me. Srinivasan says, ma'am, you have changed my perspective of viewing a news, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, welcome Srinivasan. So this is the way to read newspaper for your competitive examinations, especially for any state service examination and even UPSC. Because nowadays you are not getting analysis based question, and getting a job is very difficult now because of increasing of competition. So it is also a challenge for this UPSC and SPSC to prepare a tough paper. So nowadays they are using this technique of analysis. Yes, now let us see this topic. And because of this event, a massive destruction which happened. And here you can see the map of Libya. So this is Africa continent, right? So here we have Mediterranean Sea. That means it have access to these waters. So if you see the countries that are sharing boundary with Libya, here we have Tunisia, Algeria, Niger, Chad, Sudan, Egypt, and have this Mediterranean Sea. So you can get a question like, which of the following countries are sharing boundary with Libya? And next one here is, Libya is a landlocked country. This type of statements that you can see, and don't confuse here. So this Libya is a land, it is not a landlocked. Landlocked means nothing but, if you see here Niger, so it do not have any access to the nearby water. So this country is a landlocked. But here Libya has access to this Mediterranean Sea, so that it is not a landlocked. Okay, so this is about this map. And now let us see next topic. So this topic, it is about no filter prior approval requirement for initiating corruption probes is not desirable. So this article is talking about CBI. In yesterday's lecture we already studied about some introduction regarding this topic and what Supreme Court said about this CBI prior consent. Correct? So tell me what happened in this judgment. So Kanya says, I am not at getting interesting to read newspaper, but now I am eagerly waiting to watch your classes and what will come in the today's newspaper. Like that, ma'am. Thank you so much. Welcome, Sukanya. At least my analysis is helpful to you. Yes, tell me what happened. Yes, this is a judgment. It is about 6A, that is section 6A of Delhi Police Act. So let me know which state which withdrawn the general consent to the CBI recently. That too in the month of March 2023. Yes, no need of taking general consent to conduct probe from the states to investigate officials who are ranking above cabinet secretary, because it is violating Article 14. Yes, very good, Nandini, Surya, Jepson, Gnaneshwari, Aditya, very good. That is Tamil Nadu. Kavi and Sakti, Srinivasan, yes, very good. Yes, Reshma, it is Tamil Nadu. Yes, very good. My students are following well. Yes, now let us see this topic, and this topic is important as usual from our polity, which comes in a GS paper 2. And in now today's editorial, so they are not much important. So some are political things that are no need for UPSC. So whatever the things which are important from UPSC point of view, we are going to discuss that. We are not going to waste much time. Yes, very good, Kusma. So if you see here, recently a constitutional bench held that Supreme Court judgment of 2014, which declared that Section 6A of Delhi Special Police Establishment Act is invalid. So actually under this Delhi Special Police Establishment Act, we have one section, that is Section 6A, which says that whenever CBI wants to do interrogation or investigation regarding the corruption cases against public servants, so they have to take permission. But Supreme Court in 2014, it said that there is no need of taking permission, and even now it is having a retrospective effect. So retrospective effect means here the judgment which came up in year 2014 And even if CBI want to interrogate the cases before 2014 also, there is no need of taking permission of states. That is, there is no need of taking general consent from states. Is it clear? Ricky, if your screen is not clear, so please increase resolution in your mobile, in your YouTube settings. Yes, now CBI, it is under Ministry of Public Grievances and Pensions that we discussed yesterday. So in yesterday's lecture, we discussed the basic facts regarding CBI. So because of that, I am not going to take that once again because I don't want to waste your time much. So let us see some facts here. Section 6A of DPSP Act. It is not direct to principles of state policy. Okay. So that is Delhi Special Police Establishment Act was added in 2003 through this section 26 of this Central Vigilance Commission Act. And actually this section 6A, which says that government should take prior permission to proceed interrogation regarding corruption cases against officers of rank of joint secretary and above. So if CBI wants to do interrogation or investigation about the cases on these officers who are ranking above this joint secretary or joint secretary level, yes, they have to take permission of the states. But now there is no requirement of taking that, and Supreme Court said that this section 6A of DPSP Act is invalid. And this is the thing that you have to remember. That's it. And what did the Constitutional Bench of Supreme Court said? Supreme Court said that it is violating Article 14, that is right to equality, because all are equal before eyes of law. So how and why the CBI need to take permission to do interrogation for these public servants who did a corruption? So because of this, it is violating Article 14. So this section 6A, which had been struck down by Supreme Court. Okay, that's it. And next topic, it is about the bad idea of simultaneous elections. So actually this article is written by Delhi based lawyer. Yes, as I said, no, editorials will be written by editors and even some professors or the people who are working in the government service or like legislature members like MPs, they will be writing the editorials. So sometimes we can see there will be personal views. So these personal views are not at all important, but whatever the things like facts, like some points which are important that we can take here. So there is no need of reading each and every point and remembering of each and every point in this editorials. So whatever that is important, we are going to discuss. So here you have to focus on simultaneous election, and this article is talking about just negatives of this simultaneous elections. Is it clear? So now let us try to get our own perspective regarding simultaneous election. So what is a simultaneous election? Anyone? Bhagavat says very good explanation, and Pramod also says very good explanation. If you are liking my explanation and the content, so please hit like button. So don't leave this class without hitting like button. Yes, tell me, what is this? Not like picking famous personalities, you can read that and you can get some perspectives. Yes, one nation, one election, Kavi, very good. So it is the concept of one nation, one election. Yes, Lok Sabha and legislative elections simultaneously, very good. So it is elections for Lok Sabha and state legislative assembly simultaneously. Yes, very good. Yes, whatever the step that you are taking, every step will be having both positives and negatives. So what are the positives of this simultaneous elections? Yes, they are also called as general elections. Very good, Satya. Yes, good legend. Aditya, Vinod. Happy. Rajesh. Bonnie talks. Okay. So let me know what are the positives of this simultaneous elections. Yes, less expenditure, less cost. Cost reduction, very good, Sukanya. More focus on governance and development. Yes, more governance. Yes, decreasing of financial spending, less expenditure. Less public disturbances, very good. Less disruptions to essential services. Less campaigning. Saving time, saving money and saving energy. Very good, children. Next. Less traffic congestions, that is traffic jams. Yes, government will be focusing on development process, very good. Saving of both public and officials, very good, time saving. Won't affect schooling, okay. Yeah, for schools only one day will be holiday, no Srinivas. Less pressure on officers, very good. Less corruption. Kadir says it's not possible in India. Yes, why? Can you tell me, Ricky? Less pollution because of vehicles. Yes, okay. So here we have to focus on negatives. So tell me what are the negatives, because those negatives are given in this article. So what are the negatives? What are the negatives? Yes, that will lead to traffic congestion. Next, center dominance, very good. And it will be also affecting federal structure. Why? Because national issues will be highlighted over local issues, because assembly they will be focusing on local issues but not on national issues. Yeah, national interest over state interest, very good, Aditya. Yes, Sukanya, negative is need more EVMs and creates confusion of voting, especially in rural areas. Time management will be also very important issue, Ramakrishna. Is clash between national and local parties, very good. Regional power or regional parties, they may be lost. Yes, it is confusing voters, like whether they are voting for legislative assembly or this Lok Sabha. Yes, small regional parties will be get affected, very good. Lack of infrastructure, local issues. Yes, very good point. So now let us see what are the important things regarding this negatives of simultaneous elections. Actually, we used to practice a simultaneous election since 1967, but from that time onwards, what happens? A frequent dissolution of assemblies happen. So because of this, what happened? So there is no synchronization between this Lok Sabha and legislative assemblies. So from that time onwards, so we are having the different elections for the states and Lok Sabha. And if you see, one important issue here is voters, they will be get confused, because they don't know whether they are voting for the candidates for this Lok Sabha or for this this legislative assembly. So because of this, yes, it is confusing people a lot, especially from rural areas or illiterate people. And next one is, there is also evidence that 77% of chance is there that Indian voters, they will vote for the same party for state and for the central also. So this will be also one important issue. And this one is, there is lack of manpower, because if you want to conduct elections, it is not a small task. We need a lot of manpower, lot of security, police personals. Okay, so if you want to go for elections throughout the country means it is a very, very difficult and tedious task. And next one is it is against multi-party democracy. So as you all know that in India we are having different parties. We have national parties, state parties and regional political parties. So what happened, because whenever you are coming up with these simultaneous elections, so there will be negative impact on these regional rural parties. So they may lose elections. And it is also anti-federal in nature because here legislative assemblies, they will be focusing on local issues. But when we are coming up with simultaneous elections, so national interest will be more focused compared to of these local issues. So because of this, it is against our federalism. And next one is consensus among political parties. The biggest challenge here is getting the political party political consensus needed to bring an amendment in law. In achieving the party consensus is not easy. So in party also to come up with the consensus, it is very, very difficult. And these are the some important negatives regarding the simultaneous elections. And these are at most important points that you have to write in your answer sheet. Okay. So I want to give you one mains question, so please make a note. Discuss the challenges of implementing simultaneous elections in India in 150 words. So your main question is discuss the challenges of implementing simultaneous elections in India. Okay. Is it clear? Try to write answer for this question. And how many of you are going to write the answer for this question? Okay, very good. So, and now I have to show this pic that is about daily answer writing practice. So students who are facing problem in this mains answer writing skills and how to write a mains answer for a question, so try to join this course, and it is exclusively useful because we are focusing on each and every subject in your GS. We are covering GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, and there will be live classes will be there, and in that live classes we are going to discuss like what is the strategy and some tips, and we are also going to see the important content that you have to put and what is the data regarding that, current affairs, and how to focus on presentation, everything. And there will be the live essay writing practice in that classes. So try to join this, it will be very beneficial. And one more thing here is we are also coming up with geography live classes. Geography live class course. So in this course, we are going to complete your Indian geography and world geography within 60 hours. So daily you will be having 2 hours of classes on weekdays. And here we are going to discuss topics from basic to advanced level. We are including the current affairs, and we are going to understand what is happening currently based on the geography. And we are also going to practice previous prelims and mains questions there. And apart from that, daily we are going to give you the practice questions of prelims and mains on that topic which discussed in the class. and we are also going to give you the material. So here the cost of this course here is 3000 rupees, and this is the early bird offer for the first 20 students. Only for the first 20 students the cost here is 3000 rupees, and if this 20 students crossed means the price will be like 4500 rupees for this course. So try to join this course, and if you want to join this course, so please contact me. So you can contact on this number 8074765513. Okay, not only this geography course, and even if you want any other subjects like economy, history, polity, and international relations, everything. So we are providing wide range of courses along with foundation course. So that course details that you can see in our website rathodscienceacademy.com. So please visit our website Rathod Science Academy, and you can watch the demo videos there also, and you can join any course that you want. And even if you want to join the foundation course, it is also very much accessible and affordable, and the validity of this foundation course is 2 years, and the price here is 45,000, and you will be getting each and every subject along with current affairs, essay, and also mains answer writing, mains test series, prelims test series, and also prelims booster course. So try to join that. That will be also very much beneficial. So even if you can't pay in one go, there will be like installment facilities providing. So you can use that opportunity also. And for this live classes of geography, we are also going to provide the recorded classes. Okay, and recorded class will be available for next 15 days only. Okay, try to join this. It is very useful. Okay, so now let us move on to our newspaper back. So we discussed this first paper, right? So you can leave the city page, and I want to show one update. Yes, this is that update. So yesterday I asked you one case study, like, so whenever scheduled caste woman, she is cooking in midday meals, so parents are resisting their children to eat that food, right? So here if you see this title, somebody in yesterday's class, they told the answer like, I will be going and I will be eating that food if I am a DM, right? So the same thing that happened here. SC woman cook row in Tamil Nadu school. Kani Mosi collector have breakfast with children. So collector went to that area and she had breakfast with children. So because of this, yes, we can bring some behavioral change in people. So if you are getting this type of case studies, you can write this example. So recently, one district collector, she had breakfast with children in this schools. Okay, is it clear? Are you connecting the points? Is it clear? So she is not collector. Here the question in this image, they said that Kani Mosi having breakfast with the students of Uslampatti Panchayat Union Primary School. And next one here is workers suffer penury with delay in MGNREGA wages. So here you have to focus on this part of MGNREGA, that is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. So we came up in this 2005 with this act. So under this, government is providing guaranteed employment for 100 days. So this scheme, it is very much helpful for rural people especially, and they are providing unskilled employment. So why this scheme is helping the rural people? Because in the rural areas, normally people will be dependent on agriculture, or they will be working as agricultural laborer, but they will be not finding job throughout the year. So only during some seasons like sowing, transplanting, harvesting, they will be getting work, but not all the time. So because of this, the scheme is very much helpful. It is providing 100 days of guaranteed employment, and this scheme is also helpful to achieve sustainable development goals. Okay, so this thing that you have to focus, and you can move on to editorial page directly. In this editorial page, I discussed about this article regarding simultaneous election, and this lead article, it is not at all important. It is regarding the political thing which is going on in state of AP. And if you are from state of AP, you can read that if you are interested in the politics. And here I discussed about this article regarding the Supreme Court verdict regarding section 6A of Delhi Police Special Establishment Act. And in this opinion page, there is article regarding Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. So you have to see what are the new provisions under this bill. Already we know that, so this bill has not been yet passed. So once it is passed, we are going to see what are the new things which are added to this bill. And if you move on this text and context, there is one interesting article. So it is about climate phenomena and food security. So what is the issue here? The issue here is because of climate change, we are going to face food insecurity. That is the thing that you already know, right? So because of climate change, we are facing food insecurity. That means we are going to face there is decreased food production. So here in this year monsoon, we have El Nino. So El Nino means we are going to have less rainfall. That is evident in month of August. So there is very least rainfall that we experienced in month of August. So as you all know that if you see India, so we will be getting Bay of Bengal branch and Arabian Sea branch. So this Arabian Sea branch and Bay of Bengal branch, they will be getting the rainfall in this area, right? This southern part will be getting much rainfall compared to the northern part. So this area which is focusing on agriculture, and that agriculture is dependent upon rainfall. Such type of agriculture is called as rain-fed agriculture. So because of less rainfall due to this El Nino condition, so the agricultural production will be affected. That means we are going to see there will be decreased food production. So because of this decreased food production, that will lead to food insecurity. And already you know that we already banned non-basmati rice exports and basmati rice exports to other countries. So because of less production, so we can see there will be less food available in the market. Further, that will lead to inflation. Is it clear? Any doubts, anyone? Hi Anand. Yes, deficit rainfall because of this El Nino Nandini. So here this article says that central India's highlands, the states like Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, they are going to face food insecurity, or they are going to have less food production. And here you can see one more article in this text and context, that is how fraternity in India is different from the idea of this fraternity enshrined in our constitution. So here you have to focus on fraternity. Fraternity means nothing but brotherhood. Okay. Yes, artificial rainfall, it is solution, but it is not perfect. That concept which comes under cloud seeding. Okay, we can use silver iodide to create clouds, but it is not much efficient, which already tried and tested by Karnataka state. And in this news page also there is nothing much important. So here you can see one article. South Korea keen on joining Quad, says envoy Chang Jae-bok. So this article says about expansion of Quad. So you have to see which are the countries part of this Quad as of now. So which are the countries part of this Quad? So we have India, US, Japan and Australia. Now here US and South Korea, they are allied countries, that means friends. So now South Korea is also want to join in this Quad. So here you have to see what is the impact if South Korea joins this Quad. because South Korea and North Korea, they were adversaries. And because of these adversaries, whenever US which is providing support to South Korea, so North Korea will be threatening US, right? So if the South Korea is joining this Quad, India is part of that Quad, so there might be some threats we can face from North Korea. So from this point of view also you have to think. Yes, very good Nagmani, Shakti, Anand, Legend, Sanidhya. Is it clear? And if you move on in this business page, you can see this article. That is, Russian companies said to cease offering discounts on fertilizer supplies to India. So first of all, here you have to see which are the things that we can import from Russia. So from Russia, as of now, we are importing crude oil at discount price. We are getting sunflower oil. We are getting defense technology and as well as defense equipments from Russia, right? And we are also getting fertilizer. So fertilizer is very important because if you are not using fertilizer, there will be no proper potassium and calcium, nitrogen that we can't give in to these plants. So nitrogen and potassium, they are very important components for the normal growth of crops, right? So as of now we are getting these fertilizers from this Russia, and Russia started giving this fertilizer at a discounted price. So whenever we are getting anything from discounted price, normally we will be getting more, right? So recently what happened, we increased getting this fertilizer, that is 3 times from Russia. But now what happened, suddenly this Russian company says that we are going to stop providing fertilizer at a subsidized rate or at a very discounted price. Okay, so that is the thing you have to remember. And here you have to see from which countries we used to import this fertilizer. So we are importing fertilizer from China. Next one is Egypt, Jordan and UAE along with Russia. So now what happened, whenever we are not getting this discounted price of fertilizer, now again we have to look back to this China. There is no choice. Okay, so this is about this article. Okay, is it clear? So these are some important points that you have to remember. And these are some important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. I hope you got some extra and new points after watching this lecture. So if you got at least 5 to 10 new points, hit the like button. And don't leave the class without hitting the like button, and try to share this video to your friends also. And if you are visiting this Rathod Science for the first time, please do subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for attending this class, and we are going to meet in the tomorrow's class at the same time at 9 AM.